The accessibility improvement and the efficiency of the transport network in Southeast Europe is fundamental to achieve its economic growth and social and territorial cohesion. Over the last few years, the financial crisis resulted in severe economic difficulties for almost all the southeastern regions, with a consequence of a drastic downturn in the transport system's investment capacity of public and private sectors in the region. Both the international institutions and national governments tried to respond to the crisis from the institutional, political and financial level, but the lack of an enhanced coordination between stakeholders still hampers the strong network effect able to contribute to solve the economic crisis. The limited public resources caused by the debt-fueled crisis seem to undermine the already planned investments on the big-scale projects, while the urgent small-scale interventions are lagging behind. At the international level, the definition of a broad master plan for a medium-long-term development of the transport network set the basis for the corridor's continuity and efficiency in the EU countries, with the prospect to fully integrate the Western Balkans transport system into the EU. At the same time, negotiations for the contents definition of the Western Balkans Transport Treaty seem to be on the right track for a rapid conclusion. The severe consequences of the economic crisis and the results of the last phase of negotiations induced the transport and business community, together with all European citizens, to ask for a stronger action at multi-governmental level. National governments, regional and local authorities, institutional and private investors, transport and economic operators were brought together to adopt an enforced coordination approach in solving urgent needs of the transport sector, able to rationalize and optimize the Southeast European network in the short run. In this context, the ACROSSE project was conceived. ACROSSE means accessibility improved at border crossing for the integration of Southeast Europe, and it's a project co-financed by the European Transnational Cooperation Programme Southeast Europe. It involves 28 partners, associated and observer institutions, mainly public bodies such as ministries and regional authorities, universities, chambers of commerce and sector operators coming from 11 EU and non-EU countries. The project aims at improving cross-border accessibility in the Southeast Europe area by promoting prioritization and optimization of the existing network and extending the EU transport network to the Western Balkans. In particular, the project tackles specific problems such as the insufficient inoperability and affirmation of the freight rail transport, high transit time, long processing times at rail border crossing points, the different customs services and burdensome administrative procedures. For this reason, three main objectives have been targeted. 1. To contribute to the extension of the TEN-T network and optimize the existing Southeast Europe network implementation. 2. To concentrate the investments on the urgent needs of the existing network, able to obtain a network effect in the short run. 3. To adopt a common transport model for the entire Southeast area, to be integrated with the rest of Europe and compatible with the current EU system. 4. To better coordinate the already limited investments on the multimodal system, rail, ports, accessibility and intermodal nodes, on maintenance and horizontal priorities. 5. To improve the cross-border accessibility of the freight flows and to adopt concrete measures in order to cut the running time in the cross-border points and to ease up the existing bottlenecks as well as to increase operations transparency. Three main activities are additionally under implementation to reach the project goals. 1. The implementation of an institutional forum in order to promote effective multi-level governance, to complete the implementation of the TEN-T network crossing the Southeast Europe area and to contribute to the macro-regional policies development. The partners will establish an institutional multi-level platform and promote administrative cooperation. 2. The elaboration of an integrated transport model completed with the inclusion of local and international flows. 3. The elaboration of an action plan for cross-border points and short-term investments in a coordinated manner for the entire Southeast Europe area, able to facilitate transnational flows in the next years.